Did it yet? I told shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and we did. Whoa, I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go tap off a bridge. My black boys like boys that knock off your lids. I thought you gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Listen, I don't trust her soul. No, I said, what you mean? Whoa, 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 whoa. I said, what you mean? You thought it was finished, you thought it was over. You thought it retired, you thought it was fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and ayatollahs. Rap god, Cyclops and ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rose still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, some bad as bag, gon' get it. What you mean?
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, two teams come off tough losses a week ago and want to turn things back around today. It's the Raiders going up against the Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 23. Dalton, 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That feels great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. That's complete. Bernard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll lead here to a third down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. A little juke. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And now look at him go. The 30, the 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Franks to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Carr now on first down. Completion left side to Miller. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a carry for Bernard. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there. Defense showing blitz. Again, here's Bernard. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Giovanni Bernard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield. And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right? Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence. See what happens. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 52 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry, because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the 2nd quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now, because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
Andy Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Our first update now from Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it here with Bernard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Bernard shows the agility. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Giovanni Bernard with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. In motion is Grant. 1st and 10 for Dalton. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. In motion is Grant. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Preston Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Second down, Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff. Why is that? Why are they using that more? Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly. In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity. It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right? I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason. It's deep in there, right? On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage,
Not a great start.
Dalton throwing on second down. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Dalton here from the gun. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
Able to slither by. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start the drive here with an end around. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here's Bernard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Carr to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing his Carr on third down. And that is incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on second down. Dalton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Good move. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. In motion is Grant. On the ground with a tight end. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run for it with Cook. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Dances by him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Carr caught left side, Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. Around the NFL, we've got a 2nd quarter score. The Dolphins continuing to add on. They are really rolling. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, it's Carr. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Carr finding Patterson there for a Raider first. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Carr now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sharif Floyd breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. He's going to sling this deep down coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? A 2nd quarter score from down in Houston. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Carr throwing on second down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. He'll take it at the 42. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Dalton, 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So it'll be first down here after the run. Again, it's Cook. And he loses the football a second time. And the Raiders pick it up.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
They run with Ajayi. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. In his own end zone, it's Carr. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run. This is Bernard. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Carr now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. On play action, now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. They find some open field here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston, and we're seeing an extension of the lead by the Jags. They're up pretty big. Now a play fake here on 1st down. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Now a play fake. Carr. That's complete. Bernard. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Here's Ajayi. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now Bernard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll run again with Bernard. He's to the 10, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
On the toss, Bernard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They're in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Sharif Floyd in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now Carr. And pressure gets to him again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And Bullock will put this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. In motion is Grant. And the wideout in motion. From midfield here, Dalton. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Dalton now to pass. The quick hitter complete. It's Grant. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Another chance for Dalton. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
The play clock's running down. throwing. Dalton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Cook following the penalty. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down following the run. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On third and short to give to the tight end. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a carry here for Orleans, GROCK1's. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
In motion is Grant. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Play clock winding down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Checking in on Houston, it's in the 4th quarter there. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. On second down, here's Carr. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action here on first down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good. Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue. Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Big spot, Andy Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. On the give, this is their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Elsewhere, a fourth-quarter score now from Tampa. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. A win would be just their second of the year if they could hold on. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. One final try now for Carr. On the screen, Bernard. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for the Vikings, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EA Sports.